Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. So, we've mostly cleared out the northern suburbs, it seems like. There are units in these buildings. We can find them. So let's look to the south, where we have a little bit of a situation popping off. Now I've got... Can I customize this unit? I can. I can't. Okay, so I can't. So here's the issue that I'm having. I can't at a glance tell which tank is in which group. So I need to activate tank group 2, I think. So this is the tank that's not going to be able to do anything. This tank is going to be able to do stuff, and this tank is going to be able to do stuff. So first of all, Lieutenant United States tank is going to bolster himself and shoot at this Panzerschreck to get them properly suppressed. They did become undaunted. That's a lot of suppression, though. Alright. So that's his go-round. Yeah, I got stressed. Nice. And then this tank can't go, but this tank can. So... Alright, can't shoot at that tank from anywhere I'm available here. So I think... I need to be a little bit conscientious. This Panzerschreck is... yeah, this Panzerschreck is actually facing south. So I could move this... I could inch this tank forward and shoot at this MG. This tank can't shoot at this officer, which I think is what is my priority here. To take a shot at this officer. Because if this officer doesn't have any orders, then this Panzerschreck can't do anything. Wait. Yeah. Because if this officer doesn't have any orders, then this Panzerschreck can't do anything. Although it looks like this officer... this squad is using the same logo as this squad, so it's a little bit hard to identify here. I can't hit this Panzerschreck from anywhere that's over here. Now, I could go here, but that's a big risk because of, ya boy, this 88. I think I'm going to spend this tank's whole turn stepping forward, shooting at this MG, and then backing off, so as to not become Panzerschrecked. And then we'll move up the other tank and take a shot at this officer. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Alright, so let me just check line of sight. I can hit from there. It's a better shot from there, but riskier. Actually, not really, because this Panzerschreck can't hit anything that's in there, because it's too far inland, as it were. So let's go on forward. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Alright, they're gonna go place. They're gonna bolster. They're gonna get afeared. Perfect. I ran this guy out of orders. Sir, sit down. They are undaunted. Now the question is, can this Panzerschreck get anywhere that it can shoot me from? And the answer is yes. So I do need to move this tank back in order to avoid putting myself in a bad situation. So that's what I'm going to do. And I can safely turn around, because again, I can't actually be shot at from where I currently am. We'll put this tank back here. Okay. Settle down. Alright, units moving over there. This tank is now depleted, but I can move this one up. So I just need to find a good space to shoot at this officer from, and I can definitely get him from there. So that's where we'll go. Hiya. Ooh, Delta casualty as well. Nice. Alright, and then we'll leave that tank for future actions. because we can still activate them. Both this one and this one. We'll be able to take shots in the future. So, that's a good start to the turn. Did pretty well over there. Let's see what the enemy does. Okay, Panzerschreck is rallied. That's alright, though. Because I've got an MG. Wow, that's terrible net suppression. Golly. That's alright. How do I deal with this situation? I do want to work on rallying here, but I want to properly suppress these units. So what I'm going to do... Wow, that's not actually a lot of suppression at all. I don't want to just use these tanks, but the temptation is extremely high. Well, first of all, I know this is... So we got an acting lieutenant leading Dearborn's platoon, because I got Dearborn shot earlier by this machine gun, who I am still working to deal with. I think we're going to keep pounding on that, on this Panzerschreck and this MG, just to keep them properly suppressed and unable to do a thing. And then maybe... So this MG can see over here, which is not great. And I'm not going to win on a suppression duel using this MG, believe you me. Unfortunately, I can't rally them with this leader, because he's not in the right... he's not the leader of the right platoon. So my only real option is to try to avoid anything going on over here. Alright, so I'm going to do the thing that I said I was going to do. I'm going to shoot at this leader again.
Shit.
Beautiful. So now they're fully suppressed, and now I can shoot at this Panzerschreck again with this unit. If I take command of this MG, can I do any damage to this Panzerschreck? Not really. That's a real shame. A crying shame, in fact. Alright, so that's the second armor group spent. We'll do other stuff, and then we'll deal with it. Because I think the south is pretty well in hand. Let's deal with the north. So we'll grab Lieutenant Rao's squads, and we'll get them forward a little bit. Cover in these areas is not as good as I would like. Start by moving here. Can't see anything over here, but there is a truck over here. Interesting. So this is just a truck. Loot truck. Is that what that says? Hold on, hold on. Is that what we're dealing with here? German loot truck. Seems that way. Well, that's funny. Delicious soda. Let's not be too hasty over here. Although this unit, it doesn't appear has a weapon. Half chance to penetrate, chance to hit is mid. Let's keep moving forward here and... Oh, interesting. This unit can't get all the way to that hex. I don't love that. I don't necessarily want to spend 2 orders getting them just to some cover, because I don't want to stop right there. Let's bring Lieutenant Rao in and get a little bit more eyes over here. We'll just send this squad forward a little bit. Ah. We have enemy units over here. Alright. Not ideal. Alright, so we took a hit. That's a Panzerschreck. Let's, Oh, and these ones can't see over there. They could if they move here. Well, I should have moved there. That's alright. Cover's inferior. Let's go that way. Don't shoot me, bro. Dang. Ah, but I became undaunted. And I took a casualty. Gosh darn it. Well, that's not great. I should have crept. That was dumb. Alright, I am going to activate this squad and get them forward. Okay, we were spotted. If we go here, can we then... No, we can't. Alright, we'll get up here into cover. That's all that squad's going to do this turn. And what do I think I'm gonna activate Thompson's squads next. Well, maybe I'll activate my armor next to take some shots over here. Because now I've got very good... This unit's out of shots. I've cleverly absorbed both of their attacks with the units that I would have been able to use to shoot them. Like a tactical genius. Let's just take a shot at this Panzerschreck and make sure that they've got some suppression. And this squad will turn this way and hold orders. Can Lieutenant Rao get there? He cannot. He can only get to here. So we'll put him there. Alright, now we can see that Panzerschreck, and they're doing just fine. So, alright, slow and steady. Slow and steady. That's the way. We don't need to do anything special here. Let's go ahead and finish out Rao's round. Now, Thompson is next. I can take a shot at this Panzerschreck. This squad's a little bit low in morale. Can't bring my armor up because of the Panzerschreck. Thompson's squad's really taking a beating here. I'm going to start by moving Thompson himself. Let's move through cover, please. Let's not be a frickin' stupid. Please. And we'll rally this unit.
We survived Anzio.
Sure did. Alright, can't get to them with my remaining orders, so I'm just going to grab these two units and get moving over here. I think I'm going to try to get into one of these houses so that I can secure a flank on this unit. There's people driving over there. I think I'm spotting those hidden units because of cunning. I think that's what's causing me to have a visual to them. Do I have visual from this way? I do. If I get over here, I'm putting them in a pretty exposed position. So, maybe I won't. And for this unit, we're going to step right on over here and hope that they don't have anything else to shoot us with. Oh no!
Stay online.
They did have something to shoot us with. Oh no! But we got into cover. And the only thing we can shoot is the stupid Panzerschreck. Well, that's alright. That's alright. We learned something important, which is they've got another one of those 88s covering this area. Unfortunately, this squad is in a really bad position now. So we'll just turn them facing the enemy and do what we can do. Okay, so crossing this road's going to be a real problem. But if I can get this squad up forward to take out that 88, I'll be in a really solid spot. Now, they are currently spotted, but I don't think the enemy is going to be able to do much about that. So, that is Thompson's turn. Actually, a useful question is there anywhere I can be able to shoot at this unit with my armor? Not really. So, now I gotta be careful what I'm doing over here. I get up to this row without being able to be spotted by that 88. It would be a little bit incautious of me to go really far forward. On the other hand, if I could get to here, I could surprise this MG, and that might be worth it. If I go here, can I then get to there? I can. So I can get there in one move. Let's do it. And just to make sure. I've already Allied soldiers developed 88 fear early on in their careers. I already have 88 fear. Because I've played Hearts of Iron 4 and other games. So this is a little bit of a risk that I'm taking right now. We spotted more trucks. A lot of trucks over here. Hello!
Find a target.
Nice. Alright, now that unit is fully suppressed. And now I can risk getting a little closer with this tank. This Panzerschreck rallied, so they're out of shots. So realistically, I could actually step up here. And as long as I'm facing them, I might be able to win by taking a shot. But that's a big risk. No, I'm not going to do it. Instead,
Watch your fire.
I'm going to move up, and I'm going to shoot at one of these loot trucks, and we're going to see what becomes of that. Good shot from here. Nice. Loot truck out of action. Excellent. Okay. Alright. That's fine. These units are very carefully positioned so that I can't get access to them without exposing myself to that 88. But, you know, we're working on it. It's a process. It's a process. So, from here, these two tanks still have actions. I don't dare move them forward. Because there's an 88 covering here. There's no 88 covering here, but I think I've actually, unfortunately, blocked this up with Thompson and his squad. Which, you know, I could have been better about, but is what it is. What kind of visual do we have from right here? Decent one. Now we got an eye on all this. Maybe I'll just move this, one of these tanks this way. Just to get eyes over there. And then this tank will stay right where it is. And that'll be the end of tank platoon 1. Really? Get kaboomed, idiot. That's fantastic. I wish I had a unit over there that was prepared to exploit that, but it is what it is. So I think now the answer is I'm going to grab Lieutenant Murphy and this squad. Available chain of command. Oh, hold on. It's just pretending. It's pretending. Already bolstered. I'm curious. I wonder if it held its bolster from last turn. I'm going to go forward here. And then we're going to go in here. Now, this 88 does have a visual to that heavy machine gun squad. But if I might be able to pass a morale check to take out this machine gun. I think that would really, really help me. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hope this 88 doesn't subsequently completely wreck me. They're doing it! They're doing it!
Come on!
Yes! Beautiful. Okay, not bad.
Cover!
Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. All right, and that gets the squad down here, and then maybe we'll pull back next turn. We'll see. Acting Lieutenant Dearborn's squads needs to rally this unit. And now that they don't have any ability to cover over here, I can put him up here. Just make sure. This 88 is covering, but this 88 also already fired. So I can put him up in this unit. And he should be good. I would have absolutely laughed as soon as I was done crying if he'd also been killed crossing the same hex that Dearborn got killed crossing. But that's neither here nor there. So that's second platoon handled, or that's third platoon handled, and they'll be doing a lot better next turn. Now that they've got one squad available, all three squads down here. So let's pass that on and see what the enemy does. Right, they're not doing a lot of moving over here. I don't have the ability to shoot with this tank, really. And again, this tank is... Well, actually... This 88 has already shot, and they're out of orders. So, what I could do... Oh, cripes. They don't have any leadership available. Okay, so this is super duper risky. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see what it looks like over here. And if it doesn't look good, I'm going to immediately book it back. Okay, chance to win initiative is about 2/3. So that's not bad. Their combined probabilities to hit me are about, if they win initiative, which happens a third of the time, which happens about a third of the time, their chance to hit is about 2/3. Their chance to penetrate is a little bit better than 2/3. So I'm looking at a 1 in 6 chance they do me in here. But of course, I'm leaving myself here in that event. I'm gonna take advantage of a good situation, of a good opportunity, and try it. Okay, they hit me first. They missed. No suppression, and I still got to shoot. They're undaunted. All right. Well, it could have been better. It could have for sure been better. I didn't do any suppression to them, and I'll need to get this tank out of here. First thing next turn. Okay, so that's what happened. That's the thing that happened. With that having been said, what I think I might actually do is I'm gonna bring Stern up and see if I can mortar that 88, because that might help me get done what I'm trying to get done. You can't actually make it the whole way, which is excellent. Rabid honking. Wonderful. Let's shoot the big mortar. Nice. And they're taking some suppression, but undaunted. Can the small mortar reach? They can. Let's hit him with the small mortar. Not undaunted that time. Now, my other option is I can hit them with the small mortar again, because the small mortar can shoot twice because they're badasses. Or I could book it. Because I'm risking... No, I'm hidden. I'm hidden. Hit him again. Bam, bam, bam. Suck on 3 mortar shells. Let's see. Next thing's next. I'm going to move some of these MGs with the captain. We'll activate some of these MGs with the captain. Activate this one. I can shoot at these units. I don't have a high net chance of doing much, but we'll just put some rounds on this Panzerschreck and make them feel stupid.
Watch your fire!
Maybe it'll be good for the men's morale to shoot at the enemy. And we'll grab this MG and we'll move them up. Can't get them as far up as I would like, but we can get them moving at least.
Get the BAR up here.
And then what do I do with my own Panzerschrecks? I've got one down here, or my own, with my bazookas. I've got one over here and one up here. I think using Captain Murphy's remaining actions to get these units a little bit further up could be useful. I want to keep them in... I want to keep this one in strong cover, because it's a bazooka, and I don't want to... I want to make sure they're not exposed to enemy shooting from infantry, because that's the thing that bazookas are really weak to. With this one, I will do the same. And we'll just get them over here. They're not going to get op-fired by this cowering machine gun. And we'll put them back here in the woods. And that is the rest of the turn. So that takes it over to... we'll see what the enemy does. Alright. I've run into a little bit of a tangle in the north. But in the south, I'm not doing bad. I'm preparing for another assault. So I think we activate tanks first, same as we've been doing.
Keep moving.
So this is the tank that's in that squad. And I'm going to need to hit these units fast and hard. I'm going to shoot at this 88 again. And hopefully get them in full suppression. I am going to bolster. Yeah, net suppression 20. You better not shoot me back. Okay, they do have an officer in that position.
Don't give him an inch.
So that's fine. I'm going to shoot at this leader here.
You'll have to really work it over.
Alright, well, didn't deal the suppression to them that I wanted to deal, but did okay. And then this tank is active, so I can shoot at... Yeah, I'm going to shoot at this leader.
Can't see shit.
Again, this leader not being able to do anything is my kind of priority here. Why does... It's fine.
Hit him hard.
And then this tank's not going to do anything. So, let's see what the enemy does in response.
Hit the dirt.
Okay, they rallied that machine gun. That's what I hoped would not happen. But, I can shoot them again. I can activate the other tanks to shoot them again, because I want to take this position this turn. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. This is the same tank squad, but I want to leave some tanks available. Alright, they shot back, but didn't manage to accomplish anything. And now they're fully suppressed again. Beautiful. I'm going to take another shot at the 88. They bolstered, but that cost him his order, and that means he's not going to be able to rally next turn. Which is good. And then this tank, because he's... Oh, I guess tanks, as soon as their guy's done, they're done. Okay, well anyway, that's alright. So this is going well overall, I would say. I heard a rally.
Nicht verteilen.
Okay. Now, it's time for Dearborn's battalion to go. So, if I press this squad...
Return fire.
I could get some hilarious stuff done, but first, let's get this squad up into the action.
Hit him hard.
I want to be able to assault this unit, and assault them I can. Get in there.
Come on. Return fire.
Wonderful. So that's given me fantastic control of this southern area.
Watch your flank.
Why don't you also take this Panzerschreck as long as we're doing assaults over here. Excellent.
Get the BAR up here.
Beautiful. And I don't see any other units. Now, there's a lot of really dense cover over here, so we're going to be cautious. I'm not going to press this unit. I got this unit available, but I could run up with Captain Murphy and rally them, and I think that's actually the right call. Beautiful.
Come on.
Now, if I press them with Captain Murphy, I could have them go again. This unit can also... Actually, let's shoot at this supply truck and try to get them dealt with as well. Lieutenant Looters. Nice! Sit down. Actually... press this unit, because here's the deal.
Send Jerry back to hell!
I can assault this 88, and I really would like to assault this 88. So let's get it done. Uh-oh!
Come on.
We gotta get him!
Whew! Alright. There's an infantry squad over here that I didn't know was here, but now that I've dealt with the situation over here, I can, I have some options. I could press this unit and shoot at them, for one thing. Which I think I am going to do, actually. Beautiful. Okay, chances are pretty good. They won the initiative, that hurts, but took a little suppression, but only a little. And they're surrounded, so it could have been a lot worse. Can I see them with this squad? I cannot. With this MG, I need to get this MG up here so that I can rally them with Captain Murphy. Captain Murphy's in a little bit of an exposed spot, but we're in cover. And more importantly, we got this lane of the advance clear, which I'm very, very pleased with. So, that is a very productive turn by 3rd Platoon. They rallied, they shot at me. Alright. Lost an action point there, but that's not necessarily bad, because that means that that unit's used their shot. Oh, they shot in one. I'm going to bolster and pour it on and see if I can put some suppression on this infantry squad with Rao.
On your right.
Yeah, there we go. Wow!
Watch your fire.
Shot me back, but Rao took some suppression. Alright, we're going to move Rao's other squad up here to
Keep it up.
support Captain Murphy. Yeah, I guess we'll take a shot at some of these loot trucks. Nice. They were looting everything. Alright, cool. I'm going to leave that squad with an action point so that I can continue to advance over here. And with Lieutenant Rao, do I want to do anything with his last dot? I think I will just have him...
Keep firing.
I'll just have him rally himself.
Camelotton!
And then Thompson will be next, and Thompson will be able to help deal with all this nonsense. Thompson's got a squad here and a squad here. Where's Thompson's other squad? Oh, right, they're over here.
Keep your head down.
What are my chances of going straight in on this Panzer Shark? They're not good. They don't have the morale. This squad can't get forward. They can get to here, though. Oh, actually, yes, because there was an 88 over here. Gotta be careful. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move them here.
Hit the dirt!
And then next turn, we'll have them creep forward and deal with this. Okay, so Thompson's squad now, the squad that he's in. If I bolster them, what does that do to their range? It's not perfect.
On your right! On your right!
But I think I'm gonna do it.
Prepare for suppressive fire.
On your right! On your right!
As we get here, then we grab the squad, we have them creep forward. Let me just make sure that I can see from here. Good. We're in good, solid cover there. And there's no op fire when you're creeping, and bam!
Steady fire.
Perfect, and that's proper suppression. And I can't get them... Take them out, and then in a subsequent turn, Thompson can get over here and properly rally that unit. So that'll be very good. That is Thompson's turn. So next, I think we're going to use our other tanks and get proper control over this area. And I didn't see anything over here. So I'm hoping the enemy doesn't have like an 88 hidden over there or something like that, because that would be truly tragic. Now my question is, do I want to use Stern to get these mortars moving forward? Once again, the 81mm mortar has a max range of 30, which I think is the entire map, essentially. But let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I didn't go exactly in a line, but here's 4, 8, 16, 24, 28. It's not the entire map. So I think I am actually going to take one of Stern's turns to just get these units forward a bit.
Don't leave anything behind!
Just to make sure they've got as much coverage as they can possibly use. We'll bring this bazooka forward.
Stay down!
They are spotted, but nothing over there can actually shoot at them. And let's bring them up here. Okay. No tempting targets right now. And then for our other bazooka, let's just get him moving forward over here. Get him a nice solid cover over here. Alright, that is Stern's turn. And then finally, it's the other tank group. I have reasonable confidence there's nothing in this row of houses, and nothing commanding this road here. So let me see. I got, for my remaining tanks, I've got this one, and this one. Now this one I can safely bring forward through the woods.
On
through the woods. Actually, maybe I don't need to go through the woods because the only thing over here is a loot truck. I'd be able to see it with Captain Murphy if there was something else hiding out here. So yeah, let's head to this spot here. And we are spotted. Right, and we need to turn in order to... And that doesn't take a thing because we already moved. Are they made of trucks? Alright, nice. And then this Sherman, let's get up here into this heavy cover. Actually, we'll get them here, and we'll take a pot shot at that.
We'll have to really work it over.
Alright, spotted an officer there. I'll be able to take them with Captain Murphy next turn. I don't want to block up my avenues of movement necessarily, but I think we're all going to advance forward. Yeah, this squad can go this way, so I'm okay to put this in here. Just properly get command of this avenue of advance. And we'll leave them be for now. And then our Lieutenant United States tank over here will bring actually over here. This might have been a mistake. And let's take a shot at this Panzerschreck. Alright, there we go. And now he's out of orders.
Tell my wife I love her.
Now, this Panzerschreck does have the ability to shoot. So I think I'm actually going to move out of visual with this tank.
Stay online. Keep it up. Take cover.
Oh, I cannot. Well, that'll be a situation we'll have to deal with next turn. Alright, I could technically still act with Captain Murphy, but I don't think there's anything I want to do with him right now. Actually, I want to get this MG forward. That's what I want to do. There is something I want to do with Captain Murphy. Can I get him to this? Because this house would be ideal. Oop. I pressed the wrong button. Well, that's okay. Alright. That is... Alright, now that's everything for this turn. I guess I could move this MG squad up. That's curious. Alright. Anyway, that's the lead around. Plenty of time left. Alright, so that is all the time we've got for this episode, my nerds. I have had a great time. A lot of fun. I hope you have had fun as well, and I will see you on the other side.